Good morning and welcome to Ryan's Recipes. Now today is Sunday. It's Sunday morning, so I'm in my lazy gear. And today what we're going to do is we're going to knock up a nice simple roast. We're going to do roast pork, some potatoes, a little bit of veg, bit of stuffing, some Yorkies, and it's going to be very, very straightforward and simple. So why not get cracking? Damn, I should have said crackling. Okay, so first things first is meat. So I've got a pork shoulder joint. Just gone for a nice basic one, because trust me, they are the best. So what I'm going to do is, just going to quickly drain out the bag. And then drop it in like so. I'm not going to do a lot with this, in all fairness. I'm going to start doing a bit more as the dinner progresses. So, all I'm going to do is, I've got an oven set to about 170 degrees. I'm going to place it in there like so. And all I'm going to do is cover it. So, I've got a bit of foil. Going to tuck it in. And I'm going to chuck that in and let that start roasting while I go and prep all my potatoes. Okay, so I've got all my potatoes all washed and prepped. Now what I'm going to do is literally either cut them in halves or thirds. I'm not peeling them. It's going to be nice and simple. Now what you do is you'll see what I'm going to do with them in a second. So I'm going to dress them up a little bit. So I'm going to put some seasoning on. And the secret is maple syrup. So people always go on about honey roasted parsnips, and yeah, they are fantastic, or even adding a bit of maple syrup with them. What I do is I use that same sort of trick and do it on my potatoes instead. And the result is, believe it or not, quite impressive. So, we're going to give that a go. Okay, so as you might gather, I'm one of these people who likes to do a one tray wonder. So what I'm going to do is just add my potatoes there next to my meat. All the meat juices will soon come and incarnate around these fantastically. So, I'm going to add those there and add some seasoning. First things first, got my healthy cooking oil, so I want plenty of oil on those bad boys. Nice, good dashing. Lovely, lovely. Then, bit strange I know, but bit of oregano. Good shake of oregano. It's normally used for pasta, but works quite well. Very light dust of cumin seeds. Don't really stick to potatoes, I just scatter along around it and infuse a bit of flavour. And then maple syrup. Just going to get a nice coat of maple syrup on each one. And that will sweeten them up as it cooks quite nicely. Can't beat sweet potatoes. Lovely. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover those up again, because I don't want to burn, and reintroduce it back to the oven. So what I'm going to do is just going to leave on a slow roast. In total, this will take about 2 hours in the oven. About, 160 I knocked it down to. And all I'm going to do is, when the time comes a bit closer, I'm going to introduce the other things like stuffing, etc. into the gap in the tray. So for now, let's let it do its thing. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a really, really quick, simple trick for doing your veg. So, I've got some sweet corn, I've got some carrots. I'm going to get the tins, I'm going to take the labels off. Let's take the label off of that one. Let's take the label off of that one. Now what I'm going to do is going to crack them open. Just going to drain a bit of moisture out of them. Not too much, just a bit of the excess. Let's do the same on my carrots. And all I'm going to do now is remove the lids, like so. And I'm simply going to put the tins straight on a shelf in the oven and let them slowly roast themselves through on a low heat for the next about hour or so. And you'll be surprised how good the result is. Right, stuffing time. Now, I'm sure this is something you've all done before, so I'm not going to waste too much time explaining. It says in the packet anyway. Some water. I'm only going to do half a mix, so I'm literally just going to throw half the bag in. I can open it without throwing it everywhere. There we go. Pinch to where I want and pour. The pinch technique, I do find, is very underrated. There we go. What I'm going to do now, go fork, beat it in. Now, I'm not going to make stuffing balls. I'm literally going to make a slab of stuffing, and then quite simply, I am going to place it in with the potatoes. It can absorb all the fat that comes off a pork, and it can slowly roast its way through. Okay, so this is how our roast is looking so far. My stuffing's settled for a minute, so I'm just going to nudge my potatoes over a touch. I'm going to put my stuffing in my gap here. So literally, spoon her out, dollop her in. That simple. And that will roast and sort itself out quite nicely. A nice wall of stuffing. And then what I'm also going to do is, I've got some Mange 2s just like go in the fridge, so I'm going to chuck them in as well, so they may as well roast together. So let's find a space for them. They can go at the end there. They don't take a lot of cooking, so a nice sort of mash of them there goes well. Now for good measure, I'm just going to dash a bit of honey and oil on them. Thin layer of oil, don't need too much. And see, the potatoes are sweet as well. Keep the contrast. I'm going to go with a little bit of honey on there as well. Thin layer on pork as well. Only other thing I have done off camera is I put a bit of oil over the pork and gave it a couple of wounds. And that is ready to go back in for about another 35 minutes or so. We'll see what's getting on. So time for a quick update. I've just pulled the tray out. I took the foil back over the potatoes for the last 5 minutes just to crisp them off slightly. So I'm just going to prep some gravy. Now, I've not washed the pirate string after doing my stuffing purposely. So I'm going to pour in some Bisto Best. Lots of Bisto Best. Kettle's literally just boiled. So we'll have a bit in there. And whisk that up. Now you get all the stuffing goodness mixing in with your gravy. Nice thick gravy. That's what I like to see. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chuck some Yorkies in. Let everything else finish off for 5-10 minutes. And then dish it up. And there we have it. That is one family roast ready to serve. Got my roast pork, stuffing, Mange 2, potatoes, some Yorkies, my tin veg at the back. Now that is a hack which I love because the carrots still got a bit of moisture in them. They're cooked through nicely. Slightly brown on the top, the sweet corn is, but underneath it is lovely and golden. So I'm going to start dishing. There we have it. The final product. The nice, simple roast dinner. Okay, so as you saw, that literally took, from my part, very, very minimal effort. Washing up wise, I have one tray and a Pyrex jug. So I don't have to worry about that. It is bliss. So I'm now going to go sit back, enjoy my roast. Enjoy your Sundays, and I'll see you next time.